Hello, James Guy here. If you haven't noticed, I've been gone for a while. Just got back from a trip uh, on some business, and I'll be here over the weekend. Be leaving again Monday morning or Monday afternoon. Haven't decided yet. Also, if you don't recognize me, yes, I did have a major haircut. Got a lot of hair cut off, and but it's me, and I'm back for just a little while now. Uh, want to tell you a few things about upcoming events, which I'm sure you're all aware, but I just want to talk about it a minute. Have a couple of thoughts. Yes, I'm talking about the inauguration coming up. Of course, it's an inauguration day. It's Martin Luther King Jr.'s uh, birthday. Uh, it's also uh, the birth of our first child, mine and my wife Sue's first child, who we lost in about a week, had spina bifida. So we always remember this date. We will never forget it. But January the 20th. And for some, all you're thinking about is the NCAA college football championship game. It also will be taking place. Well, as we know, the inauguration is something that happens on January the 20th. And it's also, thereabouts. And it's also um, uh, the time in which we start thinking about what has happened and what is coming up. First thing I want to dispel before I get into what is coming up, to let you know what is being attempted by this MAGA thug cult organization. And I'm sorry to start it off that way. But just look around and see what's happening. They're fighting amongst themselves. They're thugs. They're going to be running this country. But there are some ads on, even today, after Donald Trump has won the election, out there talking about the last 4 years about open borders. Number one, that's a lie. Less people came across these boundaries under Joe Biden than they did under Donald Trump. They'll never point that out. They'll talk about the rise of fentanyl. That's a lie. That did not happen because of Joe Biden. But they just keep pushing that narrative, lying. That's their narrative, lying. And they'll continue to lie. How many people have told you? I know they had to, because I hear it every day. And I told you last time, I'm tired of hearing it, that I wish I could go back and change my vote. Well, you can't. You better deal with what's coming up. And Donald Trump continues to lie. Go on these, whatever it is he goes on, I don't even care anymore, but I listen to it. But lying about all kinds of things, even saying because Barack Obama spoke to him and talked to him at James Earl Carter's funeral, that they're friends. And I had someone say, a commentator say, yeah, it's not just that, they're friends. Barack Obama is finally coming around and kissing the ring. Well, you know what I think? The way I see it, the way he's taking place, what he's doing when he sees these opportunities, as little as he knows how to do it, he's attempting it. Donald Trump, he's the one kissing the ring. He realizes how many enemies he has, how many people hate him because of his disgusting life, his disgusting presidency, and the disgusting way he won both times. Lie from word one. Lie, lie, lie. Everything you heard him say is a lie. What he said about himself, what he's going to do, he's already said. I'm not going to do those things I told you I was going to do. But here we are approaching the inauguration. The inauguration of a man that on his own is the cause, the direct cause, the personal cause of thousands and thousands of people in the past, before his presidency, of losing their homes because of lies he promised, the promises he made to them. He did this over and over and over again. There are many out there that will testify to the fact that they lost their homes. They lost their businesses because of the lies of this man. Let me stop saying lies. The promises that he made that turned out to be lies, which is kind of the same thing when he started running for president. This is the man that paid a stripper, a hooker, I don't know and don't care, to keep her mouth shut so he could win the presidency over Hillary Clinton, who he lied about from day one. All those things he said about Hillary Clinton were flat out lies. And you could say to yourself, well, I can prove they weren't because I heard it on Fox News. Well, let me tell you something. What should stand, the F in Fox should stand for fiction for all of us, because that's all they know how to do. You're not getting the true picture when you go to Fox. If you only watch the insurrection on Fox News, you don't know what happened on January the 6th in 2021. You have no idea because they showed nothing as to what happened. But here's a man that lied from the very first, from his 2016 election against Hillary Clinton. This is a man who paid off a hooker or a stripper, as I said, to keep her mouth shut about what he had done while his wife was pregnant with their son Barron. He's out paying her for sex. This is a man who's been married 3 times, which that's neither here nor there. But he cheated on his first wife with his second wife. While they were married, he cheated on them. And when he was married to the second wife, he began to cheat on her. And he cheated on his third wife, who's a piece of work herself, Melania, who, you can find her picture online, her nude photos, her nude pictures, her spread herself out like some kind of common whore. I don't know whether she is or not, but that's the way she spread herself. If a woman wants to do that, that's fine. But don't come back like you're a homemaker or like you're this great mother or you're some kind of something associated with the president, a religious person of any kind. I do not know whether she claims to be or not, but she's hanging around people who think or believe but I'll go a little further and say they say they're Christians. And I said it many times, and I'll say it again, if Donald Trump's a Christian, then who isn't? But this is a man that did these things. This is a man that lost the election the next time around because he did nothing in his first presidency. The only president to have a negative job growth and all the things he's talking about leaving Joe Biden the best economy, that is a lie. It is just the opposite. He has done nothing but lied and tried to gaslight the American people from day one, and you buy it. Enough so that he won this election. But because he's just a little boy, a child-like, mind in his mind, he couldn't accept the defeat. And he caused havoc in this country like we'd never seen before. And he took something away from us that we could brag about all over this world. And that was that we've always had a peaceful transition of power. And he took that away from us. And this is a man who led an insurrection, an attempt to overthrow the United States government. Look at it somewhere besides Fox, and you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. You probably do and don't care. That's the way it seems these days. But this is the man that we're about to inaugurate. And there's many more things we could say. He's two-time, he's a convicted felon. We have a felon. The man that's going to be the commander-in-chief, and yet he can't have a gun himself. He cannot have a firearm. If the other countries uphold it, there are countries he can't even go because of their policy about convicted felons. They're laughing at us all over the world because we elected a convicted felon. This is the man that we are about to inaugurate for President of the United States for the next 4 years. We hope that's what it's going to be. Now, I say all that to say this. I see the people, the former presidents and other dignitaries that are decided they were going to go to the inauguration, which I think is a mistake. I made a comment years and years ago, and I don't know that I was the first one to say it. I don't know if I'm the one that coined it, but I said it many, many times, and that is this. And it's not because it's a bad thing. It's just a quality of the way things happen in a culture. And that is that today's liberalism will be tomorrow's conservatism. Now, when we start, giving lenience to what the things that Donald Trump has done, or to anyone else that does the kind of things he's done, when we start giving into it, not doing everything we can to show our stance against this kind of thuggery and this kind of unethical behavior and this kind of hoodism that Donald Trump has brought to this country in the form of a president. When you start giving in and saying, well, I'm going to go to the inauguration, I totally disagree with that. I'm not going to watch it. I try to listen to what Donald Trump says because it's important, but I am not going to watch this man inaugurated to the office where he has full control over the nuclear arsenal, where he can dictate what organizations will remain in place and those that will be dissipated without any regard who it hurts. He does not care, and he's already let you know that by saying, I can't do those things I promised to do. I don't have to go over those. You know what they are. You can give your excuses. But here we are, about to inaugurate this man, and we've got presidents that I admired deciding to go to the inauguration. Now, for a while, and I'm sure it'll change when I get over this, but I have no admiration, no respect for any of them at this time. They did not have the guts to stand for what is right. And what is right is to stay away from this man and the MAGA influence. Because your presence, whether you like it or not, is just, maybe just a little, but it is an endorsement. That's not the way we need to handle this. I guess these people saying that's their duty and they need to do that. I guess they forgot about the many people that lost home because of the lies and the unethical practices of this man. I guess they forgot about his being a two-time felon, that he's a crook, He's an outlaw. They forgot that. They forgot about the attempt to overthrow the United States government because he is such a little boy. Could not stand to say, I lost. I guess they forgot about all that. And like I say, for a while, I have no respect for these people. Yes, I'm speaking about Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton. I'm speaking about Barack Obama, George W. Bush, Laura Bush, all of these. And anybody else that knows what this man has done, or maybe now they have forgotten because they're going to be there. My respect is way down, way down. But you know, for whom I do have a great respect, whatever her reasons, Michelle Obama. And let me end with this little thought here. You remember Rosa Parks? Well, are we seeing our modern day Rosa Parks? You know, Rosa Parks who refused to give up her seat on the bus. But Rosa Parks that's so famous for lending great inspiration to the civil rights movement. Are we seeing the modern day Rosa Parks? Only this time, it is not that she will not give up her seat and stand. This time, it's because she refuses to take her seat alongside MAGA, Donald Trump, Melania Trump, and all those thugs and all those people who have devastated this country. She will not sit down beside them. Whatever reason she gives, she has to give. We all know why. And I, for one, am behind her 100%. And I'll leave you with this. Thank you, Michelle Obama. And I'll say this. Michelle Obama, 2028. I'll see you next time.